Welcome back. Today, we're diving deep into one of America's most fascinating coins, the 1967 Liberty Quarter Dollar, a coin that may look ordinary but could actually be worth big money. So, if you've got some old quarters lying around, don't spend them just yet, because one of them might be a hidden treasure. Let's rewind to 1967, a time of great change in the United States. The Vietnam War was at its height, the space race was in full swing, and the U.S. Mint was dealing with one of the biggest coin crises in history, the nationwide coin shortage that began in the early 1960s. This shortage led to a major shift in coin production. Prior to 1965, U.S. quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. But starting in 1965, the Mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition to reduce costs and save silver for other uses. That means the 1967 Liberty Quarter, though it carries the same iconic George Washington design, was part of this new non-silver era, made with a copper core and nickel outer layer. Because of the shortage, the Mint did not produce any mint marks from 1965 to 1967. So, whether it was made in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, every 1967 quarter looks the same without a mint mark. The 1967 quarter belongs to the Washington Quarter series, first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington. On the obverse front, you'll see the bold portrait of George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan, with the word Liberty above his head and "In God We Trust." To the left, on the reverse back, there's the majestic bald eagle, wings spread wide, holding arrows and an olive branch, symbols of America's strength and peace. Simple, patriotic, and timeless, a design that still endures today. Now let's get to the part everyone's waiting for, the value and worth of the 1967 Liberty Quarter. At first glance, you might think it's just a regular quarter worth 25 cents. But collectors know that certain 1967 quarters can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their condition, errors, and minting quality. Here's what you should know. In circulated condition, the 1967 quarter usually trades for 25 cents to 50 cents. That's its base market value. However, uncirculated or high-grade coins graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch $10 to $25. Superb gems graded MS67 and above are very scarce and can sell between $200 and $1,200 depending on luster and strike quality. But that's not all. Some rare era coins from 1967 can be worth big money. Now here's where things get really interesting. Because the U.S. Mint was under tremendous pressure to produce billions of coins quickly, many 1967 quarters left the Mint with errors. And these are the ones collectors hunt for. Let's look at some examples. Doubled die obverse or reverse. Some 1967 quarters show doubled letters or numbers, especially on Liberty or In God We Trust. These can sell for $100 to $500, depending on clarity. Off-center strikes. Quarters that were struck off-center by 10 to 50% can bring anywhere from $75 to $300 or more. Clipped planchet errors. A coin that looks like it has a bite taken out of it. That's a clipped planchet. These usually sell for $30 to $150. Transitional or wrong planchet errors. The rarest of all. If a 1967 quarter was mistakenly struck on a silver planchet from earlier years, its value could shoot up to $5,000 or more. So always check the edge of your coin. If it looks silver all the way through, you might have a valuable error coin in your hand. Even though millions of 1967 quarters were produced, collectors today are increasingly interested in high-quality clad coins from the 1960s. Because most were heavily circulated and very few survived in mint condition. In today's numismatic market, 1,967 quarters in pristine condition are gaining recognition. As of 2025, the current market value starts from around 50 cents per coin in circulated condition, but exceptional examples can command much higher premiums. Auction records show top-graded specimens selling for hundreds to thousands of dollars, proving that even modern clad coins can be valuable when they're well-preserved. So, how can you Tell if your 1967 Liberty Quarter is worth big money. Here are a few quick tips. Check the condition. Look for a sharp strike, no wear on Washington's hair, and bright luster. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, off-center strikes, or missing details. Weigh the coin. A regular 1967 quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, it could be struck on the wrong planchet. Get it graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can officially certify your coin's value and authenticity. The 1967 Liberty Quarter Dollar is more than just spare change. It's a piece of American history. From the silver crisis of the 1960s to the modern collector's market, this coin tells a story of change, adaptation, and hidden value. So next time you go through your loose change, take a closer look. That old quarter could be your ticket to a rare discovery, and maybe even a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow collectors. This is Numismatics Coins History, bringing you the stories behind the world's most fascinating coins. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Today, we're diving into one of America's most classic and collectible coins, the 1969 Liberty Quarter Dollar. At first glance, it might look like an ordinary quarter, but some of these coins can be worth thousands of dollars, and in rare cases, even life-changing money. So stay tuned as we uncover its history, hidden value, and what makes this coin so special in the world of numismatics. The 1969 Liberty Quarter belongs to the famous Washington Quarter series, first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The design, created by John Flanagan, features a detailed portrait of George Washington on the obverse, or front side, of the coin. Above his head is the word Liberty, and just below his chin you'll find the national motto, "In God We Trust." On the reverse side, the coin proudly displays a majestic bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness to defend freedom, surrounded by olive branches representing peace. In 1969, the U.S. Mint produced the quarter at 3 locations: the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; the Denver Mint, marked with a D; and the San Francisco Mint, with an S mint mark, which struck special proof coins for collectors. Each 1969 quarter was made of a copper nickel-clad composition, that's 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This design replaced the 90% silver content that was used before 1965, following the Coinage Act of 1965, due to rising silver prices. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1969 Liberty Quarter truly exciting for collectors. While the average coin from circulation is worth about 50 cents, slightly above its face value, certain varieties and era coins can be worth a fortune. Here are some examples collectors hunt for. Gemstone 1. The 1969 S-proof quarter. These were made for collectors with a mirror-like finish. In perfect PR70 condition, they can fetch $25 to $75 or even more. Gemstone 2. The 1969 D Double Die Obverse DDO. This is an extremely rare and valuable era coin. If you see doubling on the letters Liberty or In God We Trust, don't spend it. It could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Gemstone 3. High-grade mint state coins. A 1969 D quarter graded MS67 by PCGS has sold for over $1,000, and in perfect MS68 condition, the price can soar above $3,000 or more. Gemstone 4. Off-center strikes and clipped planchets. These striking errors are loved by collectors and can bring anywhere from $50 to $500, depending on how dramatic the error is. To find out if you have a rare 1969 Liberty Quarter, here's what to look for. Magnifying glass tilted left. Step 1. Check the mint mark. Look for a small D or S on the right side of Washington's ponytail. Magnifying glass tilted left. Step 2. Examine the lettering for doubling, especially around Liberty and I In God We Trust. Magnifying glass tilted left. Step 3. Look for clean, uncirculated surfaces, no scratches, no wear. These are graded higher and worth much more. Magnifying glass tilted left. Step 4. Use a magnifying glass or a coin microscope to inspect details. If you suspect you have a rare variety, consider sending it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC for verification. As of today, the 1969 Liberty $quarter in circulated condition starts at about 50 cents, but its collectible value grows rapidly with rarity and condition. Here's a quick breakdown of current market values. Circulated condition, 50 cents, $1.00 uncirculated, MS60, MS65 $10, $1.75 proof coins, S-mint $15, $100 plus rare errors or high grades, $500 to $3,000 plus, and in some exceptional cases, even higher at major coin auctions. So, next time you get a handful of change, check your quarters carefully. One of them could be worth way more than you think. The 1969 Liberty $quarter is more than just 25 cents. It's a piece of American history, artistry, and hidden treasure. Every coin has a story, and every collector knows that the smallest details can turn an ordinary find into an extraordinary fortune. So, if you love discovering rare coins and learning their secrets, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Numismatics Coins History, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next deep dive into rare and valuable coins from around the world. Thanks for watching, and remember, your next big find might just be in your pocket change. The channel where we uncover the fascinating stories and hidden values behind America's most iconic coins. Today, we're diving deep into the 1980 Liberty $quarter coin, a coin that might be sitting unnoticed in your pocket change, yet carries a surprising value and a rich historical background. So, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and stay with us till the end. Because you might discover that your old 1980 quarter is worth much more than just 25 cents. Let's go back in time to 1980, a remarkable year in U.S. history. Ronald Reagan was about to become president, the economy was shifting, and the U.S. Mint was producing millions of coins that would circulate for decades. The 1980 Liberty Quarter, officially known as the Washington Quarter, features the portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This design was first introduced in 1932, marking the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. On the obverse front, we see Washington's profile facing left with the word Liberty above. In God We Trust to the left, and the minting year 1980 below. On the reverse back, there's the majestic image of a bald eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching arrows and olive branches, symbolizing America's strength and peace. The 1980 quarters were minted at 3 different U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark; Denver, D Mint Mark; San Francisco, S Mint Mark for proof coins. Each mint had unique production qualities, and today, that makes certain versions much more valuable to collectors. By 1980, the U.S. Mint had already switched from silver to copper nickel-clad composition, a mix of copper and nickel over a pure copper core. This change happened in 1965 when silver prices rose dramatically. Each 1980 quarter weighs about 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. Over 1.5 billion quarters were struck that year, which makes them common in circulation. But rare errors and pristine examples can command high prices. Some 1980 quarters can fetch big money due to minting errors and special varieties. Let's look at a few examples collectors dream of finding. 1980 D double die obverse DDO. These coins show doubling in the word Liberty, or In God We Trust. Such pieces can sell for hundreds to even thousands of dollars, depending on condition. Off-center strikes. If your coin's design isn't properly centered, it could be worth $50 to $200 or more, especially if the date is visible. Clipped planchet error. When a small section of the coin is missing due to a minting issue. Values can range from $20 to $150. Proof coins from San Francisco, S Mint Mark. These coins were made with mirror-like surfaces and are prized by collectors. A flawless proof 70 coin can reach prices up to $40 to $75 depending on market demand. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know. How much is the 1980 Liberty Quarter really worth? In average circulated condition, a A 1980 quarter is worth around its face value, 25 cents. But collectors are paying much more for coins in excellent condition or with errors. Backhand index pointy right. Here's a breakdown of current market values. 2025 1980, no mint mark, Philadelphia circulated, 25 cents to $0.50 uncirculated, mint state. 65 $3 to $1.10 with major errors, up to $500 plus 1980D, Denver circulated, 25 cents to $0.50 mint state. 65 or higher, $5 to $1.12 rare DDO or off-center errors, up to $1,000 plus 1980S proof, San Francisco proof 65, $2, $5 deep cameo proof 70, up to $50, $75 collision. But here's the exciting part. A few extremely rare high-grade error coins have sold at auctions for over $1,500, proving that some 1980 Liberty quarters can indeed be worth big money. If you want to identify a valuable 1980 quarter, here are some quick tips. Look for sharp details and bright luster. These indicate uncirculated condition. Examine under magnification for doubling on the text or misalignment. Keep coins in protective holders to prevent scratches and maintain value. Always check the mint mark. D and S coins tend to be more desirable, even though most 1980 quarters in circulation are common. It only takes one rare variety to turn an ordinary find into a small fortune. So, the next time you get a handful of change, take a closer look. Your 1980 Liberty quarter dollar might be worth far more than you think. From its beautiful eagle design to its role in American coinage history, this coin represents more than just money. It's a piece of U.S. heritage. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1980 Liberty quarter, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with other coin enthusiasts. Speech Balloon, tell us in the comments, do you have a 1980 quarter in your collection? Thanks for watching Numismatics Coins History, where every coin tells a story. See you in the next video with another rare and valuable U.S. coin discovery.